So I want to share a story with you because I just think, and this is important. Jesus used stories, but if you want to lecture, people tune out. But if you tell a story, people lean in. And things are caught through storytelling. Yeah.
Tweetable.
Yeah. Retweet. When you lecture, people tune out. When you tell a story, people tune in. A couple of weeks ago, I was speaking at an event, and they gave me my talk title, which was weird to me, but they gave me my talk title, which was How to Find Your Podcasting Niche. Okay, so I have a podcast, but I'm like, how to find your podcasting niche. Okay, that's what they want me to talk about. So I did all the slides, right? Did the 1, 2, 3, and I was just explaining to Bill, the night before the event, I'm staying up. I have a social media mentorship. It's a group mentorship with ladies. We get on a call every week, talk about all this stuff. And I was uploading the call to my CRM, right? And I'm staying up late because it's taking a long time to load. And I'm starting to pray for the people at the event tomorrow. I'm like, God, I just pray that you'd speak to them. And I'm looking at my notes, and God speaks to me, and he goes, and I really want you to hear this. He goes, Melissa, you can't get up there tomorrow and do a 1, 2, 3. And I was like, okay. I just did all these notes. I have slides. It's all pretty. You know what I mean? It's so pretty. And he said, you can't do that because in the room is a spirit of confusion.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. So he said, listen, yes, and I think some people, this might resonate with some of you, but he said that in the room is a spirit of confusion. And so if you get up there and you say, okay, this is how you find your podcasting niche. First, you need to find your target audience. Second, you need to do the problems and da. He was like, you're going to be cooperating and co-laboring with the spirit of confusion in the room. So this is what he said to me, and this is what I did. I got up on stage, and I was like, hey guys, so I'm here to talk to you about how to find your podcasting niche. But a lot of you are going like this. What should I do, God? Lord, just tell me who to speak to and I'll do it, right? Or they're doing this. They're getting on the computer and they're typing in the things that they're excited about, right? And they're trying to figure it out. And I said, you think that your niche or what you're meant to do is like out there. But this is what I feel like God's saying. Stop it. You know what to do. And I'm not going to give you the 1, 2, 3 because you're in this room because God's been speaking to you about what you need to do. And you want to be just filled with information because you feel comfortable learning when you're not actually taking action on the thing that God's told you to do. So you're not going to get the 1, 2, 3 today. So just stop it.
Oh my God.
You know what to do. And
we just got schooled.
Yeah. That was what I said.
It's truth. That's school.
So good.
We were just given the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lady at the end came up to me and she was like, Melissa, I have to talk to you. She's like, I went through such a hard time. She basically just was in a valley, right? I was doing this, and this got taken from me, this got taken from me, this got taken from me, my business failed, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I have not been able to do what I meant to do because I've just been so discouraged. For a year, I haven't been podcasting, I haven't been writing, I haven't been speaking. And she said, and my agent has said to me for the last year, stop it. You know what to do. And she said, and I said, honey, and I put my hand on her head and we prayed this prayer. I said, God is healing you right now of all the pain, all the trauma, all the heartache, and he sees you. And this woman got healed in the middle of this business event. She's sobbing, crying, gets healed, and on such a deep emotional level from the valley. And so that's what happens when you walk with the Holy Spirit and you do your anointing. It's the anointing that breaks the yoke of bondage. And I'm sharing that story because A, stop it. You know what to do, and I will give you the 1, 2, 3. But I want you to think like, am I staying stuck and partnering? This is hard to hear, but partnering with a spirit of confusion because A, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. B, I just feel more comfortable learning rather than taking ground. Or C, right? Maybe God's trying to confront and use some people pleasing. And it's people around you right now that might not understand the field that you're meant to plant a vineyard in, and you're allowing other people's opinions and what they see and what you don't to keep you just coming to events, going on listening to podcasts, going and trying to absorb information, thinking that's going to bring you your breakthrough, when the truth is you know what to do. And so,
can I just interject one more? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe you'd rather plan than do.
Right.
And so the planning, and it's that saying, massive action trumps planning every time.
Exactly. And a lot of us, I am totally about excellence. I'm about that. So I am not saying don't plan or don't do that. But what I do find is a lot of times God calls us to do stuff before we're ready.
Yes.
He really does. And a lot of times, I'm a big believer that God, the Holy Spirit, you create an atmosphere of faith or anointing, and it could go way further than my 1, 2, 3. So that's what I'm going after right now. So what I want to say to you is, if you can activate that part of you, you don't need, do Kim's retreat, okay? Go to Kim's retreat. I'm just putting that out there because she's incredible. But what I'm saying is, you don't need it to be perfect. You don't need more information. The thing that you need to do is maybe just post the video.
Yes.
Or the thing that you need to do is get the CRM or make the ask. Be an asshole.
Yes.
Make the pitch. And make the pitch. And you will level up on such a supernatural level because and this word I feel like is even triggering for some women, and we use it a lot, but people are like, just be obedient. A lot of times I don't know about you, but I feel scared, and I almost feel like God's like, do what I tell you to do, right? Right, yeah. But he's not like that.
No.
He wants to prosper you. He wants to prosper you. And if that even is triggering for you, I want you to think about this. We literally went from death to life. We literally went from sin to righteousness. If you don't think that the gift of salvation isn't you prospering, and you have a problem with God bringing in increase financially, then there's something that doesn't make sense to me, because everything about the gospel is for you to prosper, for your family to prosper, for your business to prosper, for your health to prosper, for your relationships to prosper. And that's the origin of the gospel. He literally takes our sin, our shame, our junk, our trash, and he puts on all of us a robe of righteousness and purity. So, to me, I'm feeling like God wants you to prosper. So when we say be obedient, it's not be obedient or I'm going to be mad at you and you're going to miss out on the blessing. It's do the thing that God's called you to do because you're going to love it. Yes. It's going to be so awesome. And I know you're scared and I know it's uncomfortable. But listen, honey, I'm going to take you on an adventure and we're going to do some stuff together. And so that's what I want you to feel and to do today. So going back to the 1, 2, 3. Because you're going to get the 1, 2, 3 because I made the pamphlet because Kim asked me for it.
Hey, I like the pamphlet because it wasn't here last year.
Yeah.
And I was looking through it and I'm like, oh, okay, that helps it. Because I ran out of content. I ran out of this.
Yeah.
I ran out of that.
I love the 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to... we have just about an hour together. So I just want to say real quick, so this is really about getting clarity on your content. And here's what I'll say. As I've done this, I've had clients come that I've coached them on, and the one thing that will keep you from being successful is a lack of clarity. It's not how much you post, it's not the filter on your video, it's not this, it's just the clarity of who you're meant to reach. And that is also probably the number one thing that I feel like people really struggle with, because we're multi-passionate. right? And we want to do the quilting with the Star Wars, but we also want to create sourdough. I don't know. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
So we struggle and we're like, what should I do, right? That's definitely a conversation of going to God in prayer and being very bluntly honest of what you're actually good at and what you really love to do. And it's a journey and it evolves, and we could talk about that. But part of what this is trying to help you get clarity on your content. And then the social media content system is a repeatable system of the types of videos that you can make that you can do every single week. You just repeat it. And I'll go through this as far as like practically what videos do I make, okay? So this one, the social media content system, we're gonna do this one first. And actually a lot of it, Kim has gone over with you. And this is the beautiful thing. The clarity comes actually to start with your story. So the fact that you're here and that you invested in the speaking course and you have clarity on your story actually has really helped you understand the problems, the solutions, your talk, all of it, the work that you've done sets you up perfectly to be used on social media. So some of this, actually we're going to start real quick here on page 1, identify your dream audience. I just want to start here because for social media, being clear, not cute, with your bio is important, because what people see when they come to your platform and you need to pick, so whether it's Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or LinkedIn, you just need to pick one platform to double down on this year and be very clear in what your bio statement says. So I've had people that are like, helping women chase their dreams. It's like, well, that sounds really nice, but I help women chase their dreams. Kim helps people chase their dreams. You help people chase their dreams. What are you talking about? Right? It sounds nice, but it's not clear. And clarity is kindness. So saying something like, and there's a couple examples here, but saying something as simple as, let's say for Kim, I help women develop a business around speaking, coaching, and writing. Just so clear, right? So simple. So someone coming to her page is like, I want to speak, I want to write, I want to do this. Okay, she's my girl. Right? You attract your people. So all of you are like, that was me! So just making sure that your bio statement is clear and it's also showing results. So can you see how I help women build a business around speaking, coaching, and writing? It's like, okay, we're building a business, that's clear and tangible, and we're going to be speaking, we're going to be coaching, and we're going to be writing. Got it, right? So there's a couple different ones here that I want you guys to take a look at on your own time, because I do have a lot that I want to get through with you. But just making sure on that bio statement that that's just clear. And if for some of you, you're just starting out, for instance, for like Kim's daughters, they could say like on a journey of, right? On a journey of building a fashion business with upcycled clothing. And that's what people are going to get. They're going to get the journey. So if you're just starting out, you could be like on a health journey, helping women lose weight and feel great. That's kind of cute. So now women will be like, okay, I'm going to get weight loss tips or whatever, that when they come to your page. Okay, we're going to move on. This is great. It's just listing the problems. A lot of women will know the problems, but then like talking about the solution, if you could list 10 problems and then 10 solutions, that would be 10 video ideas. So for example, it could be, let's say if you're helping them with anxiety, and the solution is you bring peace. So let's say your target audience is a woman in her 40s, right, that is struggling with midlife and she has anxiety. So here's the video. If that's your ideal audience, here's exactly how you can find peace if you're a midlife woman struggling with anxiety. Okay? And then that's what your video is about. So this is like a great activity that you can do on your own time that just makes it really clear. Just write 10 problems, 10 solutions, and you're like, oh my gosh, now you're speaking in result oriented language, which a lot of us struggle with. We kind of just say things that are very ethereal, but if you can show the results and what you deliver on, it just helps people feel like they've gotten a nugget. This is one thing that we are going to do though. If you flip to page 3, we're going to do this as a little workshop for now. So this is something that I put in here as an example for mine. So for when you create content on social media, the reason why people follow you is because you're giving value. So this is the whole thing, is people might feel like, oh, I don't want to make it about me when I go on social media. The truth is your whole stance is, okay, what can I share today that's going to help someone? What can I share? What's going to really, truly be of service to someone? And it's obviously for free. So the way that marketing is now, people don't want to be sold to, people want to be helped. And then you build a following because, and think about for yourself, who are the people that you're following? It's because you're like, oh my gosh, that's how I decorate my room. I'm going to go buy those curtains. It's actually helped you. And then over time, you're building trust with people that are adding value to your life. They're like, I want to work with you. That's the marketing on social media, is you just give value, which is such a kingdom way to build a business where it's like, let me serve you, let me help you, and then whatever you sow, right, the Bible says you reap, okay? So your bio statement, so this is mine. I help kingdom women build their personal brand through social media and getting booked on stages, okay? So if I look at my 3 pillars, which most people, it's a great way to think about your content, that you would really just have 3 topics that you talk about, that when people come to your page, they know that's what they're going to get from you. So I have here personal branding, faith, and female entrepreneurs. So I want you guys to take a minute, right, while I'm talking about this. Here's your turn. It's on the next page. Don't worry about your bio statement for now, because I think that might take some of you some time, and I want to get to where we're going. But I want you to just put down your 3 content pillars. So it could be, right, does anyone want to workshop this real quick? Everyone's like, Mindy. All right, Mindy. Mindy's excited. Go ahead.
Okay, so definitely faith.
Okay.
Helping women walk in freedom
Okay.
from lies that they've been laid upon.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what else.
Okay. So let's go back to your story. Your story, right, is you were in a relationship with someone that was lying to you and living kind of a double life, right?
Yeah.
An addict. Do you feel called, and is your business, this is where you go back to your business,
Okay.
do you have a business helping people that have been with addicts? Is that something that you want to do?
Not just with addicts, because it goes as a child. I feel like I want to help women who believe they're not enough, or not worthy, or they don't have value to them, and
Okay.
that aren't walking in the freedom that God has for them.
Okay.
Their identity.
Okay. So let's say it's faith. Sounds like the other thing is mindset.
Oh yeah, mindset. That's
Right?
Okay.
Faith, mindset, and then maybe the last thing is being a woman, right? Maybe you
Like mother. I like
Mother,
mother. Like
yes.
mistakes you make as a
What
mother.
about boundaries? Because that's such a
Boundaries.
massive issue when you love an addict and you've been lied to and you don't know who you are. Like, usually all that leads to boundarylessness.
That's really good too.
that could also
Be-
possibly fall under mindset.
Could that fall under, cause now that you're saying that, one is a huge passion for, is, motherhood on mistakes and growth in that,
Okay.
and I really wanna relate to women who feel like they have fallen in that area, and then how to be, restored in that.
Okay.
Freedom from guilt.
So what I'm hearing is like
I like that.
relationships.
Okay, relationships,
Right?
yeah.
Because this stuff isn't just marriage, it's motherhood, marriage,
Yes.
friendship, right?
You're right, yes, and how you live
And
out
that,
of these
then
lives.
under that would be boundaries, healthy communication, right? Would be
Oh,
like
yeah,
healing
that's
things under
good.
the heading of relationships.
Yes.
And do you feel like the result that you're, like if I were to ask you, hey, let's say I wanted to work with you, right? and I'm like, I have a problem. What it would be the result that I would get? Let's say we worked with each other for 3 months.
Okay.
Tell me, you're like, this is what I can do for you, Melissa.
I can give you so much freedom. You're gonna walk in the identity who you were created to be. You're not gonna carry other people's burdens or weight, and you're gonna be released from the pressure that has been laid on you for trying to be someone that you weren't intended to be.
Okay, this is great. I do think relationships
Okay.
and boundaries,
Yeah.
mindset, faith, I would put, you can have 4, but stick to 3. If you
Okay.
can. You know,
So
I was,
faith, mindset, and relationships then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, and then, so kind of, and like guys, I know this exercise could take a long time because you really have to think, right? And just take that time to get that clarity and write some things down. But I want you to just write down what kind of comes to mind, right? And then what I want you to do is think about descriptive words. Yeah, so you'd put it in the pink boxes, 1, 2, 3, the topics that you're gonna talk about, and you wanna think about it related back to your business, okay? Or your mission. And then you're just gonna write down things that come to mind when you think about that, like descriptive words. So for instance, I'm gonna go back to mine. I talk about personal branding. What does that mean? Giving value and service, storytelling, thought leadership, influence, imposter syndrome. I might put another one there, vulnerability, right? Under faith, it would be your calling, sharing scripture, testimonials. Under female entrepreneur, motherhood and business, leadership, ferocious babe, which you guys know what that is. So I just want to take like 5 minutes, I'm gonna be silent, and I just want you to write down your topics and then words that might be related to that you think of when those topics come to mind, okay?
Can I ask
So-
a quick question?
Yep.
So like, I was thinking about mine, would this not be good to do? Like I put fitness and wellness, faith and mental health, mindset and perspective. Is it too much for my title? And like those things should be the things that are in the body of it?
You said faith, mental wellness.
Well, I said, okay, 1 would be like fitness and wellness, 2, or B, faith and mental health, C, mindset and perspective. Or
Okay, so I would say for you would be faith and then wellness, because wellness would be mindset, body, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
It's like
You're
that's
more 30,000-foot view.
yeah. This is right.
Yeah.
So it'd be wellness, faith, and what was the third thing?
Fitness, wellness, faith, mental health, mindset, perspective.
Yeah. So I would say wellness falls under your perspective, how you see things,
Okay.
your mindset, right? Like,
Okay.
and then you could do another one if you do. It sounds like you do exercise videos. That to me is fitness.
Okay. Okay.
So you have faith, wellness, which is
Okay.
like self-care. I mean, I'll just
Okay.
give you a bunch. Self-care, mindset, perspective,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah. Faith, scripture, testimonies, blah.
Okay.
Fitness, how to do squats, how to do the lunges, right?
Okay, so like the mental health aspect, because that's part of my story.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Goes under
wellness.
wellness.
Okay.
Yeah. So wellness, Kathy, what's great is spiritual wellness, mental wellness,
Okay,
emotional
very,
wellness,
It's
Is that very-
holistic.
family
Okay.
wellness,
Holistic,
right? The
Perfect.
relational, all of that.
Perfect.
You
Okay.
have content for years off that one
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
So good. Is that giving everybody ideas? And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll just
It's a good start. Yeah.
Yeah.
what are your 2?
Faith and boundaries. I don't know, third.
What about sobriety?
Oh,
You
yeah.
got all kinds of info about how people can get.
Well, that is my bio statement, like, it would be like, if at Town Variety, it'd be something about the sobriety and then, right? And then underneath my sobriety, I would talk about faith, because you need that faith and walk with God in sobriety, right?
I
Or
would
am I
say.
doing this backwards? I don't
No,
know.
you're good. So I would say it would be sobriety.
So that is a pillar?
Sobriety would be a pillar, right? And then faith would be another pillar. Because it will intersect, and I'll show you that in a second.
Okay.
But faith is its own thing. Like how to walk with God, how to know Jesus, how to, right? That's like a topic. Because people could talk about sobriety but not talk about God. Would you agree?
Yeah, they could, but like,
They're not gonna be successful.
yes, I mean, that's what the 12, like, that's basically what the 12 steps says.
But your sobriety talk isn't only gonna be about faith. That's
No.
what she's like, so sobriety
Okay.
is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's like part of your sobriety is working out.
Yeah.
Part of your sobriety is who you spend time with, right?
Yeah.
That none of that has to do with your faith
Okay,
per se,
yeah, okay.
okay?
So I'm trying here, guys. So I got abuse,
Uh-huh.
codependency,
Uh-huh.
and faith.
Okay.
Good.
That's
yeah.
great.
That's
That's
really
good.
good.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yes, that really fits your talk, Eden. And your story. What are yours, Nancy?
Your message, your method, and your money.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Does that encapsulate her? Like
Yes.
after hearing, well, you'll hear it later, but even after what you heard yesterday,
Yeah.
she helps
Your
people
message.
harness those three things.
Yeah, harnessing your message, your method, and your money.
So can I throw it,
I like how they're all
What's
throw
that?
something out there?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
both Matt and I have this strong passion
Mm-hmm.
to help others.
Mhm.
Lead others to God, but
Mhm.
help others,
Mhm.
right? Whether it's PTSD,
Yeah.
right? Or it's situational awareness from a security perspective,
Mhm.
right? Because that has been our career. So everybody that knows us, everybody that's been to our house, anybody that really knows us as Chick and Dude. I'm Chick, he's Dude. That's what we always affectionately called each other. All of our branding at our house is Chick and Dude.
I love
Cute.
Sounds like chicken dudes. Chicken doodoo.
We Chicken Dude. We even have the starting of a website for Chicken Dude. So where he and I are going, and even as you're talking, God is like going, this is it. This is the piece you're missing, right? While you're over here trying to do this, and he's over here trying to do this, you need to bring this under one platform of Chicken Dude.
Absolutely.
On there you can have chick stuff. On there you can have dude stuff.
Absolutely.
And then we can combine together and have Chicken Dude, where he and I are playing off of each other, because
Love it.
we often speak and play off of each other, and people love that.
I would, for you, based on what I know about you, you're so niche and there's a market for you, because there might be people talking to guys with PTA, blah, blah, but you guys come at it from a couple. So I would say marriage, PTSD, right? And then possibly veterans or
The situational awareness.
situational awareness, right?
Yeah.
So the brand is you guys, right? You guys are the brand. If people will fall in love with you guys, talking about your marriage, how he pissed you off, but you still love him, right? that content, but it's also rooted in, hey, yeah, my husband has PTSD. We're really open about that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And you're talking about PTSD. What are the symptoms? How can you recognize it? What does that look like, right?
How do you
That's
do
the
that?
pillar.
So many TikToks here.
So right,
Yeah.
so exactly. I do this for a living. And then the other side, I think the thing that I'm getting clarity on is I'm really good at helping people get clarity.
Yes, you are.
I think that's, so the marriage, the PTSD, and then the third thing is
The
you said
situational
situational awareness, right?
Okay.
So, okay, so we're gonna watch. This is gonna be like magic. If you guys move then to the next page, so we're on this page, right? So this, do you see these three circles? Okay, if you put those descriptive words in these circles, you can actually create this formula where you see how your content isn't fragmented, but it all flows together and you start to have a very clear message. So for instance, I'm gonna do A plus B. So I looked at words from topic A and then words from B, and I just put it together.
What were your topics again? Is that on one of the pages that we can
Yes.
look at? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, page 3.
Page 3, so it was
Okay.
personal branding, faith, and then female entrepreneur. So I did A, B, and C. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a word from A, and I'm gonna take a word from B, I'm just gonna put it together. So I said, how imposter syndrome keeps you from your God calling. So I looked at a word in A, which I have imposter syndrome, and then I looked at a word in B, and I have calling. I was like, yeah, imposter syndrome, and I just got it, because that's my message. And like, yeah, how imposter syndrome would keep you from your God calling. Do you see how now I've combined personal branding and faith? Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do another one. A plus C. And you guys don't, there's a page for you to do this. You don't have to do these exact formulas. This is just, I'm just trying to show you. A plus B. So I took something from B, something from C, and I put it together. I thought of a story. A story of my son, Winston, hearing the enemy's voice, which is a video that I did. So I took something from B, which is faith. My son came out one day, I'll just tell you, my son came out and said, Mom, I just heard the enemy speak to me. And I was like, what did he say? He said, Winston, go drink that water. And he knows at bedtime he's not supposed to have any bedtime water, and my daughter left her water cup in there.
Oh.
Yeah. He said, Winston, go drink that water. And I said, no, Emily, I will not drink that water. I know I'm supposed to ask my mom. And I'm literally listening to him. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then he goes, and then I heard the Emily speak to me again. I said, what did he say? He said, Winston, go play with Ella's Pikachu. And my daughter also left her stuffed animal in his bedroom, and he knows that he's not allowed to touch her stuff unless he asks. And he's like, and I said, no, Emily, I will not play with Ella's Pikachu. I will ask her if I can play with it tomorrow. He's like, the Emily was speaking to me tonight, Mom, so I'm out here to ask, can I have a cup of water? Yes, buddy. Have the water. So I did that because I thought about that. I'm like, yeah, what's it like, being a mom, right? And so I did a video like that, talking about
So here's the thing. How many moms told you get that Pikachu out of the bedroom?
like 10 million.
Okay. And what did you think about that?
I literally thought, you're not my people. I know that people said that, and I thought, I never thought about that. I've prayed about it. I don't have a revelation on it. I'm not saying it's not true, but I truly do not give a rat's behind.
That needed to be said. There you go.
If people don't get you, they're not your people. I spent like a year in my content trying to explain myself.
Yeah.
I was like, so you know how when you're like this, but then that happens, and God spoke to me one day. He's like, Melissa, why aren't you gonna just stop explaining yourself and just talk?
Just be you.
Just be you. If people don't get you, that's fine. You know, Winston Churchill said, if you don't make a stand, if you don't make a stand and you don't have an enemy, then you're clearly not doing something right because you don't have a conviction. I'm not here for you. You want to know the best person that did this was Jesus. He was so clear in his message that this is what it looked like. When all the Pharisees and religious leaders, people of influence, were like, we're going to kill you. We don't like what you're saying. But you want to know what he said to them? I didn't come here for you. I didn't come for the righteous. I came for the sick. I came for the lost. You're not my people. And obviously we know Jesus died for the whole world, okay? So don't misinterpret what I'm saying. He's for everybody.
Yeah.
He's inclusive. But he came to seek and save the lost. So all that stuff, the criticism, the stuff, I'm not saying you didn't have a bad day, right? We all have bad days. But he was so clear on who he was meant to reach.
He knew he couldn't influence them.
Right.
So he wasn't going to wrestle with that.
He wasn't going to get his...
You're not open to me and my
Right.
message. I'm moving on to the ones who are.
Yes.
Yep.
So when you're thinking about your message and you're thinking of your uncle or that person in your church that's going to be like, then you're like, it's okay. I wrestled with that. I want everybody to like me. The number one thing that God started to show me about myself when I actually started going on social media was how big of a people pleaser I was. And how desperately I wanted other people's approval. It was excruciating. I was like, man, I really want that.
Can I just tell you something God said to me yesterday, or it was either the first or second day of this course. And obviously I'm here building a business. I'm so emotional about this. And I was just getting ready in the bathroom, and the Lord was like, will you give all of this up for me? And I thought about all of you. I thought about my dream, all these big dreams and epic schemes that we've got up our sleeve. And it was like, yeah, in a heartbeat. And he's like, that's not what I'm talking about. I was like, well, what are you asking me to give up? And he said, love. Will you keep doing this if no one loves you back?
Right.
Will you give it all up for me? All of it. People saying, yes, you resonate with me. People
Right.
saying, I needed what you brought me. People saying, you're my person, Kim.
Yeah.
He said, will you give that up for me? Will you give up the love of people?
Exactly.
And only do this for my love. And I was like, hands down. Like immediately I just felt so free.
Mhm.
Like the whole world can hate me. I'm not doing it for you. This is a me and Jesus thing. But like he needed me to see that I'm not doing this because it's my call and my purpose. I'm doing it because I get something really awesome back from it sometimes. Just being honest. I love the love.
Yep.
I love when I find my tribe. And we're like, we're each other's person. I love that. And he's like, you can't do it for that.
Right.
You can't even do it for that. That's a perk, but that cannot be your reason. And I had to lay that down and just say, I had to think about that. If everybody rejected what I was doing, if nobody resonated with me, would I still do it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you live for the praise of people, you will die by their criticism.
Yes.
And I'm telling you what, I loved when people were like, most of this video changed my life, blah, blah, blah. But then when I got this one lady that took my video and she absolutely tore me and my family apart and grew 10,000 followers on TikTok of a bunch of people that were like, yeah, blah, 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 and ripped me to shreds. That's when God was like, see what I'm saying, Melissa? See how this isn't about you? And if you attach yourself to the praise or the criticism, it's just going to totally distract you from the mission.
Yes.
So do I like it when people are like, this resonated with me? I do. But when I get 10,000 comments that you shouldn't have Pikachu, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, maybe, but God hasn't given me that revelation yet. So go
I
ahead.
just wanted to share a revelation that I kind of came through. You know, when I was thinking about content, what type of content should I put out there? And I just started like simplifying it. What's on my heart each and every day? What does my day look like?
Yes.
And I'm just going to share parallel to that. And so I always start with scripture and then prayer and then, you know, and then I move on, you know, to share about health. And at the end of my day, I always have to laugh. So I always share humor. And, you know, I never know where, like, you know, I'm going to touch people, but it's usually all over the board. And lately it's been humor. People really need to laugh because it's just crazy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just simplifies it so it's authentic, it's natural. You
There
know,
you go.
I do it for me.
Do what works for you. Stay in your anointing.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that word, but it's you. It's you. That's it. Yes.
So when you're doing branding and you're in different seasons of your life, how do you navigate, because you have a stronger message in different parts of different seasons of your life, and I could totally be wrong or, you know, or off, but how do you navigate that and kind of keep your brand consistent, you know, and not all over the place, but, you know, as God is kind of maybe elevating you or transitioning you through seasons, like how do you navigate that piece into who you are and what you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, so this is why, if anyone in here sells products or anything like that, and I hope I'm going to answer your question right, but a lot of gurus out there, and I know I'm a guru, so you take it for what it's worth, but they'll say, right, like, talk about, like, sell the product, sell this, sell that. But the truth is your product or your message is going to change. That's why I'm saying build the brand around you, because your people will follow you. So as I have changed, right, people have, like, you're meant to grow and evolve. So a perfect example, I don't know if you guys know who Gary Vee is. He's not the most Christian person, but he started out with wine and blah, and that was his business for a while. And what happens is you do that for a while, and then God's like, time to stop, time to do this something else. And we've built this whole brand and business around a thing that then we're like, well, we're gonna lose all those people. Sometimes that's gonna happen. That's okay. God's gonna bring you new people. But the people that are invested in you will be like, oh, he's doing this now, I wanna know about that. So people follow a person, not a business. People follow a product. If Kim were to come out with a completely new thing, she's going to call it Women Giants. This is a terrible name. Women Giants. Literally no woman wants to be called a giant. So, but it's not few anymore. We get rid of the purple, right? It's all different.
More purple.
You guys in here that know Kim,
Just
you're
in
like
a different shade of purple.
right. You're not here for few. You're here for Kim.
Absolutely.
Right? So
Yep.
people follow a person.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as like if you're talking about like different seasons where you're going through something difficult or hard and it's hard to show up, that just sucks. That just sucks. That's been my last year. And, you know, that's also, you know, I think that there's something to be said. That's even when I ask him, do you share the wound or do you share the scar? I think that's something I'm personally just being transparent, wrestling with at the moment. But here's what I'll say is anyone that feels called to lead, which that's what influence is there's always going to be stuff that's going to steal your joy or steal your peace. The enemy's always going to do that. But people that feel called to lead will continue to show up and make the video, talk, and do it, right? I felt, we had a massive devastating thing happen in our life and family this year, and my initial reaction was, I need to stop this. I can't show up happy. I don't feel happy. I feel devastated. And somebody called me and said, Melissa, are you going to let the enemy steal that too?
Wow.
And so I felt really weird showing up, showing my happy face, right? And I'm not saying you have to do that all the time. I said what I felt. I was honest, but I also felt that God say, you also don't need to give the explanation.
That's right.
I didn't need to say. I was so private. I didn't need to say, guys, this happened. I didn't need to say that. I wasn't ready.
That's right.
So just know, like, you control your own narrative. You control your own story. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't need to share anything that you don't want to. But if you feel led to share and you feel like it's going to upset some people, not in a bad way, but just they're just not at the same place, well, by golly, if God's telling you to say it, just friggin' say it.
Yeah.
So, hope I answered that.
I love what you told my girls at the start of the business. Take them on the journey of starting the business. Same advice for middle of the business. Next stage of take people on the journey with you. That's really what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? All the way through. It's your journey and your people want to go on it with you.
And it's storytelling.
Yes.
And people want to know the person rather than what you do. And this is where, like, I got to hear a little bit more about Heidi's story yesterday, and I was like, wow, like, she does all of this.
Yeah.
This is what she does. But I'm getting to know more of, like, her humanity by some of the stuff that she's walked through.
Yeah.
And I was so much more bought in to who she is because I got to know her story, which is why it's so important that you guys come to all of Kim's stuff, because she's going to tell you to share your story. But this is something that you guys can workshop and do when I'm not here. And then the only other thing I wanted to share, because I want to show you this one. Seemed like everyone liked the video editing or the video recording hack, so I want to make sure I do that. But the other thing that's important that you'll see is this is a hook cheat sheet. There's like 60 hooks here that you can use to open the video.
Wow.
And as Nancy said, the hook is what gets people hooked into your talk.
60 hooks, Melissa. You are the bomb.
Amazing.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
You're welcome. So, because people decide, you have to listen to this too, because this is what happens. People record a video and they're like, nobody watched it. I'm bad at this. I'm going to get off. The truth is this is what we're teaching you is just a skill. You can become skillful. And it's not the special people or the whatever. It's just a skill. And what happens on social media is videos go viral or they do well based on watch time. The people want to keep you on the app. So if you can get someone to watch your video, right, then your video gets pushed out to more people. So what this is this is a way for you to open up your video without, it's not about being gimmicky or like, trying to trick them into watching your video and saying something really clever. It's about being clear. So this is the example I use. If you're a hairdresser and you help people with curly hair, have straight hair, right? That's your business, and this is why you're building content online, so you want to get clients and customers. It's clear, rather than showing up to say, hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm just over here in my salon. I was just thinking about this thing. Everybody watching it is like, we don't care.
Everyone like this.
Yeah, everyone's like, we don't care. I don't care about your story. I hate to say it, but people don't. But if she were to come on here and say, hey, this is exactly, if you have curly hair and it's frizzy, let me tell you how to get it straight. Hey, if you're watching that video and you have frizzy curly hair, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I wanna watch this video. Like, you're gonna solve my problem, right? So it's not about trying to be gimmicky or clever, it's just letting people know if this video is for them or not. And the more that you are clear, the algorithm gets to know more who your audience is. It gets pushed out to those people, the right people, because people think the algorithm's against them. It's not. It's just that people aren't clear. So one day the algorithm thinks that these people will like it, and then you're over here talking about sourdough, and then you're over here talking about, your carpet, and it's like, who's your audience? But if you can just get clear and stay consistent, even if it's just 3 times a week, and every time you post a video, it's going to that same audience, women of faith. I'm talking about Jesus. It's going to get pushed to your people. So that's what attraction marketing does, and the algorithm wants to get your video to the right people, then you're going to be able to gain a following and be successful. Yeah.
I don't know, you might get to it, but are hashtags still a thing?
I know.
Okay.
Let me ask you, when was the last time you went in the search bar and did hashtag XYZ? Do you do that? Never. Exactly. So think about what your social media habits are, and that's what people are doing.
But I'm doing
I think
something
young
new
kids
now.
still do
I'm
it,
doing
though.
something new.
You're doing
I'm doing something new.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump on to, what's the other one, not Facebook?
TikTok?
TikTok,
Why are you gonna go on TikTok?
because I think that more strangers are there.
But are your people there? You gotta think about, though, who are you attracting? In your business right now, what women do you have?
On Facebook,
No. So if you look at like your current clients,
right,
who are they?
they are women who, I wrote it down, it was good, who wanna make a change.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them are patriots,
Okay.
and, yeah, woman is, wanna
Yeah.
lose weight, and, yeah.
So are these like 20-year-olds? Or most of them? They 20 and they're
No, they're more like me.
20? Yeah. And like, where do you hang out the most on social media? If I was like, all right, go on social media, what platform are you going
Right,
on?
but I'm on Facebook,
Mm-hmm. Do you have a following there?
I have over 1,000 friends.
Okay, so here's my question. Have you just doubled down on that platform?
No, I don't want, like I said, I don't wanna be that person I don't know, tell me different.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Everyone
Yeah.
think about your own business as we're talking about this, because
Right.
this is gonna be meaningful for you.
Right.
Why, if you have 1,000 people on Facebook right now, why are you gonna go to TikTok?
Because they already know what my business is, and they're not engaging.
Okay,
They're engaging with my posts,
uh-huh.
they're not engaging with my business posts.
How often are you posting about your business or about your life?
About my life a few times a week, not consistently,
Okay,
and about my business hardly ever.
Okay.
Because I don't get any reaction.
okay. So you feel you're gonna jump ship, go to TikTok. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, right? But I'm just asking you these questions
Right.
to help you make a good decision for your
I
business.
love strangers.
Right.
I love talking to strangers.
I'm just thinking though, like before you jump ship,
Okay.
think about, okay, maybe and this is where like, rather than being like, I'm just gonna try something out, really get really clear with yourself and think, okay, it's April 1, I'm gonna test something for 3 months.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a plan, right? I'm gonna commit to posting 4 times a week or whatever. 2 of them are gonna be videos, make a little plan and double down on one platform. And I would recommend just doing it on Facebook first, because you have 1,000 people there already, rather than restarting and going to another platform, because it does take effort and time. You know what I'm saying? And those people know you. Like, how long have you been on Facebook?
Years.
Yeah, years. So if you were to just like be like, okay, I'm actually gonna do this, right? Not just like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna she considers a field and buys it.
Right.
She invests into it. I'm gonna invest into this, and I'm just gonna give my best, and then see how it goes for 3 months. If after 3 months you're like, it's just not working, then that's when I would say, okay, maybe try a different platform. And then what you have to do at that point is do the market research, which is going on TikTok and looking up this drink and health people, and are your people on that platform before you make the switch. You know what I'm saying?
What about Instagram?
A question is, what about it? I don't know. Are our videos that are posted on Instagram, on Facebook, TikTok, can I automatically put them on Facebook as well? So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So I'm
If you- Yes, if
but
you
it
post,
doesn't work the other way, right?
I think it's, you have to do it on Instagram and it uploads to Facebook.
No, it works from.
No, it works for both.
Oh,
Mine
okay.
does everything on Facebook and it goes to Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, that's what
So
I do.
that's, so there's that.
Are you gonna talk about that, like?
TikTok, no, it's its own platform. But what I would say though is you can repurpose your videos. And I used to teach this, but my philosophy on this has changed. Is I was like, be everywhere, just repurpose everywhere. But a lot of people find their community on one platform.
Okay.
And especially with, there's gonna be, like, we are so new, and you need to hear this when we were like, this is so oversaturated. Guess what? People that thought that in 2016, right, that started a podcast or doubled down on a platform, probably have amazing results because they stuck with it. We are so new in this industry that I really want to encourage you, think about your life in 10 years if you just stayed on Facebook. You just hammered that home. That's what I'm saying, play the long game. Don't get frustrated. Don't get burnt out, right? For a year, my account didn't grow. And I just continue to post.
And you're on Facebook? Are you?
I'm on Facebook, yeah. The stuff goes right there. I don't focus there. For a long time I was focusing on TikTok. And then I decided that I wanted to double down on Instagram because I felt like my audience was gonna be there. So I shifted to that platform. And I've just doubled down on that. And just stayed
How do you
with it.
know
Did you
which
say your
platform?
target audience was more middle-aged
Are you gonna
people?
touch
on that?
Did you say that? I didn't hear.
That's who I'm speaking to now in
Yeah.
person.
Uh-huh.
Many of those people are not on social media.
Okay, I was gonna say our age group is more on Facebook than any other platform.
Yeah.
So if that is your target audience, that is where you'll find more of them.
Yeah.
Almost nobody in our age group is on TikTok. But that doesn't matter if you're targeting any age.
Any age at all.
Yeah.
I mean, but most of the people that I speak to in person, but I want to broaden it because this really is for maybe what I'm saying is not. I also went viral on TikTok because they were making fun of me.
I know.
It was great. It was
Yeah.
great.
I know. I think people just need to understand, like, it's just a part of the game. Like, people send me bad comments.
Yeah, no, I thought it was hilarious.
You know what? I have a lot more compassion for celebrities. Think about their life,
That's nice.
you know? Okay, so this hook cheat sheet is gonna definitely help you just know what to say. I'm gonna show you this last thing because I'm done at 11:30. So we have a half an hour, and I want to show you this because I feel like this has been really helpful for people. And because people are like, how do you make a video? Because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna leave here, and then you're gonna be like, okay, how do I actually do it? And when I was first starting, I was spending like an hour making one video, and I'd say like, hey guys, or like whatever, and then I'd get 20 seconds into my video, and then I'd mess up my words, and I'd be like, oh, I'm just restarting so bad. Right?
Yeah.
You guys experience that?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna solve that problem right now.
Longer.
So,
But it makes sense.
I'm gonna show you guys a video editing app. I'm gonna have you download right now, real time, this app called CapCut.
What is it called? I'll download it later.
Okay, CapCut.
Like CAP
Yes,
cut.
yes. I'll show you what it looks like.
It's a game changer.
Okay,
It's a phone app.
it's a phone app. Yep, everyone's gonna download CapCut. It has like a black X thing, black letters.
Shows up as CapCut Video Editor in the
Yeah.
Apple Store.
This is a free app. Free. It's all free.
Free.
Yes, free is great. So this is where this is an outside editing app. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because you can use it for any platform. So just to make it universal, and a lot of people do like this app. So, does everyone have CapCut?
No, I'm still turning, I have my phone off,
It's okay.
but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Is everyone ready for me to proceed? We all know how we feel about technology.
Mine's making me update and all this stuff.
Say, I'll download
Cause
it
I've
later.
done it, used it for a
Okay.
while.
That's Canva, so this one's
I've
CapCut.
already bought so much data on this phone, I'm not buying.
If I can walk around. You guys want me to?
She can't download either. We
Alright.
over here
Got
we have
it.
phone technology.
I'm gonna delete.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Perfect. CapCut, yep, perfect. Got it. Got it. Okay, so it's gonna say access your photos, you can do that. So here's this is what your screen might look like.
Okay.
You're just gonna pull down, okay? Just do a little swipe down. And you're gonna see camera. Does everyone see camera?
No, it's not pulling down.
Yes.
Camera.
Here it is.
Towards the
Bottom
Is
of
this
the-
one?
Yep.
Yeah, pull down, and then you'll see camera. It's in the
Okay.
middle of the screen. You're gonna tap camera.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're gonna see your beautiful face. You're gonna go, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, look at those, look at that, right?
Ow, wait.
So
Some of them have it on the right, it's like a little
Yes.
button.
Oh, there we
Got it.
go.
Here.
It's still downloading, like, I'm getting there.
So,
Yes.
camera's right there.
That's okay.
Need a phone.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, and so I should I have laser eyes or
I just hit edit.
on the ski slope. So
Got it?
You got it?
Yep.
You got it. You did this.
Yep.
So,
laser
okay.
eyes, especially the pink ones.
What is it called again?
So this is what you see. Does everyone see above the teal circle, you'll see 15S, 60S, and 3 minutes.
Yes.
Everyone see that? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you toggle over, I'm gonna have you tap 3 minutes. Tap that 3 minutes. And then did you see it toggle over? So what that did is at 3 minutes, it's gonna cut you off.
Oh.
But guess what? Your video should really be between 30 seconds and at most 90 seconds. So it shouldn't be longer than that. So we're giving you time, because we all know you get stressed and you get on video and you don't know what to say. So you have double the amount of time to say what you need to say, okay? So there's no pressure. No pressure right now. And now this is what's gonna happen, okay? You're gonna love this. I'm excited. Rather than getting in front of your camera and trying, who here struggles with their words and being able to say things coherently all in one go?
Yes.
Me too. I know I'm up here, but I struggle with that. So I was finding that really difficult. So what I thought, well, here's what I can do. I can say one sentence. Yeah, I can do that. So this is what that looks like. I tap this button, and I'm pointing it at me, and I say this. Okay, you ready for this? Are you all watching?
We're watching.
Watch. Okay. If you want to get really good at creating video content, you should watch this video. Okay, did everyone see that? I did a tap, I did a start, stop. Now we're all going to just do this together. You're going to hear everyone's voices. I want you to do the exact same thing. I want you to say your name, because you don't have to think about that too much. Say, my name's Melissa, and I am in few. I was gonna say something like, I'm an extraordinary.
I am a ferocious babe.
I am a ferocious babe. Say your name and say, I am a ferocious babe. Okay, so do the start, stop.
Hi, I'm Rossi, and I'm a ferocious babe.
Love it.
Ferocious babe.
Hi, Kenya.
We forgot the last verse.
Oh yeah, I should have said that. Okay, this is great. Actually, now everybody, you did that.
Got
Now
it.
hit this back button. See the white arrow with the X? Hit back
Okay.
and hit delete last clip, because you're like, oh, it's the lighting, right? Confirm. All right, so it's deleted. Now, because I forgot about this tip, a lot of times when you're by yourself, you're just focused. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Especially
so,
when you're creating content.
Yeah.
In your head.
yeah. And so you'll look back at your video and you're like, that's what I look like? right?
So low energy.
So low energy, and you're like, that's so boring. So this is the hack. Before you hit record, you go like this. Okay? You laugh to yourself. So this is what this looks like. Ready? Hey, if you want to learn how to make amazing video content, you should watch this video. Okay? So you're gonna just laugh. You're gonna go, because guess what? It puts a smile on your face. You're gonna smile, right? It's gonna make you laugh, and then right after you're done doing the laugh, bam, hit record and say, "My name's Melissa, and I'm a ferocious babe," is what I should have said. Okay? Go for it.
So what's going on is I think your phone is just.
What's going on with my thing? What's going on with my thing? Where do I get the camera? Go edit.
So set
This is so
Instagram, you know, we're gonna do.
That's weird, yes. Thank you. This is so weird.
Okay? Okay, so we've got, you did a start stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we said one thing. Yeah, we did it. Now we're gonna say another thing, right? And I could even change the angle. So I could say, a lot of people feel this, oh shoot, I messed up. Okay, it's fine, right? So you just hit the back button. A lot of people feel really nervous showing up on video, but this hack is gonna change your life. Start stop, right? So you can say, my name is Melissa, I'm a ferocious babe, and I'm gonna teach you how to love Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, just say it. We're spitballing. The purpose of it is just for you to get comfortable.
Hi, I'm.
So no, all you say is, I'm gonna teach you how to love Jesus.
Yeah, we're getting the first part.
Right.
I'm gonna teach you how to love
Okay?
Eyes always look crazy. Like,
Yeah. It's fine. Okay. So you have 2 clips now, okay? Now we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna wrap it up. Follow for more. That's it. Okay, we're just gonna keep this so simple.
Follow for more.
Okay. Now you're gonna hit the blue check mark and you're gonna watch yourself.
Oh my.
I do like that.
Okay, how do I stop myself?
Okay.
I've heard it.
It's done.
Perfect.
Time. Turn your video off. Turn it off. How easy was it to be able to think one thing and say the next thing? So this is how that looks. You look at the hook cheat sheet. You can take one of the hooks, right, related to your niche. You share the hook, and then you share the value, right, what you're going to teach them, and then you're going to give the call to action. And you can just do it one thing at a time, and then look at how your video flows, and it's edited. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you guys don't, I don't think you got how
Yeah,
great
I didn't
this
get
is.
that.
No, it is great.
So you don't have to just do it all in one go. You're able to say one thing, start, stop. Say one thing, start, stop. And the jump cuts in the video make it look like you've edited it and it's interesting. Does that make sense?
So should we keep our eye on where the camera is so we're not looking down at the button?
Yeah, so if that happens, let me just show you this. This is like, if that happens, you guys, you can see here, if you go back to your video, you can hit adjust clips. Adjust clips. And you can, for every clip, just like adjust, if you want to take a little bit out or, move it back a little bit so your eyes, do you guys see what I'm saying?
How do we get back to our video again?
What'd you say?
I try not to get too detailed with this because people get confused.
This is a nice.
I don't.
So if you hit adjust clips,
Yeah, it's like set it up. It's a really easy. I've never even heard about it.
you can.
Oh, there it is, right there. Adjust
Yeah.
clips.
So you can make sure there's no pause at the start.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you see how your eyes went down?
Yeah.
I make so many mistakes.
There you are. That.
Oh, I get it.
I've been
Okay,
wondering how
yes.
people are doing that start and stop, and I was like, how do people do
So
that?
then wherever we tap it, that's where we
Yes.
begin to record from, is that what you're saying?
Okay.
My name is When we go to the adjust clip, so wherever you tap it, are you saying that's where we can delete and
Yeah, so I'm saying you should clip that clip, right? And let's say,
Just playing with Mother Nature.
but let's say you want to.
Like I like editing on my laptop because it's bigger, so I'm on the left.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can get it all on your laptop, so I
Nice.
have,
Yeah.
on with my Pro and my
Okay.
Then she like just
Would
like
you,
that or
would you
not.
like share from right here, is there a water?
Yeah, each
video
is
taken out.
So each of these, like,
That's what I have done before, but I could.
Oh, yeah, I know that because I've done this before.
Oh, yeah, it's short enough.
Okay.
It's
easier.
So Melissa, do you like this because it's just easier? Because I don't, it's not easy for me to edit things on my phone versus my laptop.
So this is what you need to think about. If you're comfortable, like a lot of people find it really difficult to
So you can go back and
say what they want to say all in one go.
Oh,
That they end up like getting 30 seconds into the video and then they fumble over their words or they lose what they're trying to say. But
Okay.
they delete it and have to restart. Whereas this is if it's clip by clip. Let's say if you mess up one sentence, you're not deleting the whole thing.
Okay.
You just can delete that last clip.
So that's what I like about this. Okay.
That's what I like about this, and I like it because,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you know what, I'm gonna say this. Okay, if you guys could just listen for a second, I know you're caught up in the editing, but there was a good question, like why do I like this? I like this because a lot of times people will get like 30 seconds into their video and then fumble over their words or they've really just like lost the point, that then they're like, oh, I don't like that, and they have to restart and do the whole video again. If you start out by doing it clip by clip, then if you say something weird or you lose the point of that video, you can just delete the clip and you don't have to completely restart. So it cuts down on your recording time.
Yeah.
Okay?
I can definitely see because I've done that.
Yes.
Okay, start over.
Go ahead.
So can I just share, I've been frustrated with this because one, I forgot to move to the 3 minutes and I'm just like 15 seconds and I'm done and I can't figure out why. So don't forget to move it to the 3-minute mark.
Right.
And where you find the camera. I was like days looking for the camera. So
Yeah.
drag it down and there's your camera. So
Yeah,
those
and-
are the things that frustrated me, which is why I
And you can go on YouTube and be like, how do I make a video on CapCut?
Well, you know, I'm not 19, I forget.
Yeah. But that is how you can start. And the way that you start is you start with that hook, then you give the value, the how-to or whatever, and then you end with a call to action, which could be follow for more or, you know, comment, mentorship, and I'll send you the information, something like that, so that people know what action you want them to take. And this is a whole conversation about how this all leads into your business that we just don't have time to talk about today. But do you guys have any, I just want to leave room for any lasting questions. This was a very broad brushstroke, and I want to show you here, this content system, knowing what to post on what day, there are different types of videos to create. So this is the exact system that I use on my social media. On Sundays, I always do a personal post, or Monday morning. I do a personal post, which is like what I did on the weekend, because people, at the end of the day, follow a person. So it's not really related to my business. It's I took my kids roller skating or whatever. Monday is what's called a talking head. That's what I just taught you to do, where it's very giving a value, right? It's giving a tip, a how-to. Tuesday is what's called a social proof. That is where you can say something that gives credibility to your message. So it could be a statistic. It could be a story about how you helped a client. It could be a result. It could be a quote, right? It's like something that's factual or results-oriented that just brings credibility to your content.
Quick
What-
question about that.
Yes.
That could be a post, not a reel, or are all of these reels?
Well, the talking head would be a reel, but you could do a graphic.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to do all reels, but if you wanted to, you could go into a video and do a share story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I noticed under Friday you have listed listicle. What is a listicle? Is that like 3-step 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I'll get there in a second.
Okay.
On Wednesday is a promotional post. This is where you've spent the whole week, you give value, and this is where you get to be an asshole. Where you invite someone or you tell them about, right, what you're doing. And I'm not saying, so again, there's so much to get into this about lead magnets and stuff like that. You should talk about that a lot, but the Wednesday is the very forward, this is my business or this is what I'm promoting, where it's more about that than about just like giving tips and value and information. So, and that's okay to do when you've been doing so many value forward posts that's good to promote what you're doing. That can be a video or a graphic or a picture. Thursday is again another talking head where you're giving a value, a tip, and it says what that is. And then Friday is what I call a listicle or an encouragement. And this is really a B-roll video where I stockpile just clips like roller skating with my kids, going shopping, walking feet. It's just like my life that I will put just like 3 clips together in my phone, and it's like a 15-second video. You might have seen this, like someone cleaning, or you know what I'm saying? And they put a sound to the background and they'll put text on the screen. That's what I do on Fridays. And it could be a listicle, which is like 3 ways to clean your house. 1, 2, 3. See what I'm saying? Have you guys seen those videos?
What app do you use for that?
CapCut.
Okay.
Yep.
So, do you save so you save these videos obviously in that app, like the roller skating, this, that?
I don't. I just take it on my phone, and then in CapCut, you'll see that instead of you recording your own video, you could pull from your camera roll.
Oh, and you just
And I just tap, and it adds it all together, and I just put a sound in the background, and I put text on the screen.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
So what do you do when you're with family members and they know you're like the social media queen? And like, do they tell you like, please don't put my stuff on your social media? Because I've had family members that say, you know, you're on social media a lot and we want to live in the moment. And like, it's like, oh, you know, how do you take that, or what's your response to that?
Yeah, so like my husband, who just is always like, please don't take a video. Please, I don't want to be on social media. So I don't. You know, like I totally value the relationship over what I'm posting. But if there's something interesting that's happened, like let's say, I mean, I don't know if I kind of feel like that whatever they're saying to you is a little bit of a personal dig personally. You know, I just want to live in the moment. It's not that I'm not living in the moment, but I have a business or I have a vision.
They don't understand.
So that is its own thing.
You feel like they're attacking you. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's its own
oh,
thing.
okay.
That's then just saying like, this is something that I'm doing, right? And I totally respect you don't want to be on social media. But where people just don't get it, that's just what it is. I'm sorry about that. I get that.
Yeah.
But if people don't want to be on, I don't. Like even my kids, now that they're getting a little bit older, they'll be like, Mom, don't post that or don't share that. And I don't. Because I would never want to violate that or anything. Yeah, so I don't know. Am I answering your question?
Mm-hmm.
Just don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't.
Just say no.
But yeah, just say no. But
Or say, don't worry, you won't be on my screen.
Yeah.
Like they don't.
Oh, I love that.
They
Don't
don't
worry, you won't be in my.
exactly. They don't get
My
to tell
screen.
you to put your phone away,
Yeah.
but they can tell you I don't want to be on it.
yeah.
So just say, don't worry, you're not in the video. I'm
But
doing
if something
else.
right, but if something happened, let's say you're at a family gathering, something interesting, I don't know what your content's about, but let's say it's about family boundaries, right? And you're like, this would be such great content.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This would be such great content. That's okay. You can share a story without revealing details.
But what I got backlash for that too. I was like, oh, I can't share nothing.
Right.
So it's
I think
like-
so. There could be a conversation where you could have with your family. Say, hey, I feel really passionate. Let's say it's about boundaries. I feel really passionate about helping people with family boundaries. I will never use your name or your words or whatever. Excuse me. But like some of the stuff that I experienced, that's my story. Like, you know, I this is something that I'm wanting to bring awareness around. And just say, how do you feel about that? Excuse me. And so if it's like, I'm gonna give you an example. because it might help. Let's say let's say you're at a family gathering and one of your sisters says something to you, right? And it's really violated your personal boundary and your trust, and now you feel like you can't invite them over at Christmas time. You want to do a video about it. It could look like this. Hey, so if you have ever experienced or been in a situation where possibly you have a family member, and maybe this is what actually happened to you, but you pull from that and turn it into content, be like, sometimes when we're at family events, we have siblings or people that don't understand what we're doing. And so if this has happened to you, here's how you can handle it. So you can still use content or things that have happened to your life and turn it into content. Do you know what I'm saying? That
Spot on. Thank you.
Or I love, if you're a coach, I have a client who,
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
you know who I coach more than anyone in the room? This girl. I'm my client. I have a client who
Yeah, or I
has
heard
all
a story
kinds
one
of
time.
material.
Yeah, or I heard a story one
So
time.
much material.
Very rich.
Yeah, so you can look at situations or things like that, or even like with my kids, I can look at a situation and be like, gosh, that would be really great content, but I don't share their name, I don't share what it was, I don't share who it was, you know what I mean? But I can still share the story, be like, this has happened, right? I'm not gonna say who or anything like that, but you're still, the point is you're wanting to get a point across or share a principle.
Right.
So, but it sounds like it might be a conversation with your family about helping them understand. Like, hey, this is part of my life. I absolutely won't share your face or anything like that, but it is helpful if you guys could just like cheer me on a little bit.
The other thing is, my kids get a little kind of a thorn in their flesh if I'm taking videos sometimes. It used to be worse than it is now. Now they're kind of chill about it. But one time I just said, you guys, I am so proud of you. I'm not using you for views and content. I want the world to meet you. You're the best thing in my life. And if I'm not what mom doesn't want the world to go, those are your children, they're beautiful, they're amazing, those are your grandchildren. I mean, the joke is getting out the pictures of the grandkids and it goes, right? That's a thing for us at this stage in life. And so I just had to say, whatever you think I'm doing, this is what I'm really doing.
Yeah.
And it was really important and powerful, and then they're like, oh, you proud of us?
Yeah.
They see it?
Yeah.
But sometimes what I recognize, being on the other end, not so much in your situation, but real quick, when my younger sister was really into the social media thing in the beginning of her business, I'm like, could you just put your frickin' phone down and be with me right now?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a little bit of that,
There's
if there's a little bit of
time and
jealousy
place.
that maybe
Yeah.
on your phone more than you're with them, that they wanna be just in the moment, maybe they want you to be in the moment, I don't know. So
Yeah.
that might be a part of that conversation.
Might be just
Hey.
only use your phone a little bit of the time and then.
Well,
Yeah.
So the thing is,
You know,
it's a Rossi thing where even if I don't have my phone, I can look dead at you and you're talking to me and I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, be in the moment. I'm like, hang on, it's just like sometimes my brain just goes off. So I think, and it doesn't, I don't have to have my phone with me.
I think you need to talk to Donica about that brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually, that's a great
Yeah.
place to finish. I do want to say I am on my, like when I set such clear boundaries around my business when I'm working. When I'm working, I'm working. But then when I go to pick my kids up from school, not that I don't take a quick video of them running to me because I freaking love them. But then like I do try to be intentional that I'm like, I'm cooking, I'm present.
Yeah.
And that has been so awesome.
Yeah.
Is like I'm just really clear. Like these are the times that I'm on my phone, and then these hours, if it's intentional, like I cook with my kids a lot, I'm just not on it.
Yeah.
And so, and they know that. So I think that that's really good. And also, I'm not on my phone on the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your own boundaries, not just.
Yeah, and like
your
what's good
own
for me. Like
Yes.
I'm off my phone on the weekend. So
Yeah.
if clients text me,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm not on my phone on the weekend
Yeah.
because it's my business and I'm prioritizing
Yeah.
that.
Well done.
Can I ask
Well done,
one
this
quick
is
question?
so good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nancy.
So helpful, Melissa.
Thanks, Nancy. All right.
One more quick one.
Okay.
And if you can't answer, we can do this after, but Is there a certain time of day that you should be posting? Cause I know
What
like,
works best for you?
Oh,
okay,
Love
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
so you don't even like scroll on the weekends? That's so rad, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
yeah, right, like Melissa, be real. Yeah.
So do you tend to schedule your posts? And then
I
you just-
don't,
No?
but I also have a social media agency, just a shameless plug, where we'll edit, create, and post your content for you. And so I have my team do my scheduling, which is great,
Yeah.
That's good.
you know? But I do post stories and I do still engage because I think people can tell if you're there or not. But on the weekends, like if we're watching a show, I might scroll. But I find it so great to like stop and I step away. So it's like, it's self-care for me.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm just not addicted.
Especially since it's your business.
It's my
Like,
business and
anything you do, you have to unplug from.
yeah, so I
No
do
matter
it
what your business
as a
is.
self-care thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
so
good to look at it as a business. Okay?
Yeah, like I have working
Monday
hours
to
and I,
Friday,
Yes.
from
Yeah.
this hour to this hour, then
Yeah.
stop.
Melissa, I have to ask this because I think a lot of people wanna know. Facebook, personal page, business page.
personal page.
Right?
Unless
Good.
you're gonna run
I-
ads,
Yeah, I
Unless
wanna
you-
get rid of my business page, cause I do all my stuff on my personal page.
yeah. Unless you're gonna run ads, because Kim, is that true? I don't think you can run Facebook ads from your personal
Not the
page.
same way. If you have a professional profile now, Facebook has allowed your personal page to become what they call professional profile.
Oh,
And they do allow ads, but it's not the same as a business page. It's not as
okay.
advantageous.
So I'll keep my business page, but I'll just keep posting to
I
my
would
personal
say,
page.
Nancy, I'm with you. Keep your business page for when you run ads because
Right.
Okay,
the whole
that's what I
point of running an ad is they put it in front of the right people.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
And maybe have auto posts going to your business page,
yeah,
but engage from your personal page.
Yeah.
I've
Good.
built most of my business from my Facebook personal profile.
Yeah. good, that's, okay.
When I
To
run
become a
ads,
professional on Facebook, do you have to
Professional dashboard, you have
have
to
to
have
have
a
X
certain number
amount
of
of,
followers.
that's done,
and-
is
yeah.
it like 5, 10?
I don't even know, yeah, I think you have to have
10.
5,000
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
when I do professional Facebook page, I run the ads on like an event or something, and then I'll get new people to come to my event, and then those new people, I'll put them on my personal page, cause now I met them.
You mean friend request them on your?
Yeah, friend
page?
request now,
Okay.
that could be a,
Okay.
so I've used it that way.
yeah. Thank
Well
you guys.
done.
We don't want you to leave.
I know, I'm like, wait.
Well, be my friend on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, I was
Yes.
trying to find, where, I don't know, where you,
They
how
wanna
to
find
So you
find
can
it.
find me.
What are the top,
Yeah.
what are the top,
I
what are
looked
the
on
top,
Instagram, I couldn't find.
social media,
Well, let's say Hugues, but I don't know
platforms.
which one
The
she-
platform that you're gonna show up on.
Yeah.
I'm just so about that.
Yeah.
We want the ABC and the 1, 2, 3, but seriously, take time to prayerfully consider, God, where are you calling me to be? I know it sounds
Yeah.
silly because this is like the digital landscape, but truthfully,
Yeah.
He has strategies for all of us.
Yeah.
And so just
Yeah.
tune into God's voice and don't worry about the guru saying
Yeah.
post 3 times a day.
And that's what I've done. I was just curious, like, if you know where, like Kim said, most women our age aren't here. That's all that
I
I
would
was
say,
wondering.
yeah, I would say Facebook is more boomer, Gen
Yeah.
Z,
Gen X.
Gen X, sorry.
I had to school her on
You know, but like, but here's the truth: is there are more mature women on TikTok.
There are.
There really are. There is a market for that. So
Wait, what's
That-
the other last one?
there are more seasoned women on TikTok. You know, women
More
that
and
are.
more every day. It's
Yeah.
really, it's growing. It's
Yeah.
building.
But you just gotta find where your people are and what makes the most sense for you. And I think the great place to start out is where you feel the most comfortable, because the most important thing is consistency.
Right.
You know, if you post 3 times and then you just stop, then people just know it's not they just know you're not showing up.
Right. Is YouTube a platform? I mean,
Yeah.
Because that's
YouTube
what,
Shorts, yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that's just on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've heard people like just be wildly successful
There's
on
not a
YouTube.
platform that doesn't have some short form video now. Short form
Yeah.
video is the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Does it always have to be videos, or can it be, I know, me too.
Yeah, it could be a post. I would say video content is definitely what people are consuming right now. And your social media is a modern day business card. If people need to catch that, if you are trying to speak and coach and do that, if you don't have a presence that's consistent on social media, you do lose credibility. Especially, yeah, it's a modern day business card.
where are you on social media, did you say? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's my name, Melissa Lee Hugues. It's on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. It's probably my main.
Are you on LinkedIn?
I'm gonna be, girl.
Alright.
Yeah, I am on LinkedIn,
I tagged
actually.
you on LinkedIn.
You did?
Yeah.
Where'd she say Facebook?
I am on LinkedIn. That's actually where I'm gonna be focusing. Just gonna
She's Melissa Lee Hughes.
So is that
And
your
you're-
responsibility?
it's LEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's harder to find, but I didn't find her.
That's you, or is that your business?
Is it all together?
It's
Melissa Lee
both.
Hughes.
So I have,
Word.
so it's obviously
On
me, I'm creating the
LinkedIn?
content, but my
Oh,
team is
that's right.
editing it.
No, but like,
She's on
like,
Facebook, where else, Instagram?
Oh, no, I'm
She's
responsible.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's like some people like have their.
Because
like,
it's
even responsible.
Right.
Leah.
No, I do that.
LEA.
Yeah. 'Cause I think that's
Oh.
easy to tell, yeah.
G
Okay, got it. That's-
Yeah,
H,
people can
it's
tell.
all together.
So I
So
just-
it's
Melissa, Leah.
right, if you're looking for.
Yeah, LEA. So Melissa,
Oh,
LEA
yeah.
Hughes at gmail.com. Well, that's my. Okay.
At gmail.com.
What am I saying? Melissa Lee Hughes everywhere.
So
The
you're on
website, Melissa
Facebook,
Lee Hughes.
Facebook, Instagram.
No, you're good.
Where else are you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Facebook, Instagram. What did you all list?
Hold on, let me see. Facebook, Instagram. I wonder, should I just send it?
She also has a podcast. Tell them the name of your
Oh.
podcast.
I do. It's called She Can Share.
She can share.
Yeah, She Can Share. That's my podcast.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Melissa Lee Hughes.
I know, that's why I just don't know how to get you on me.
So what about the
Yeah, they
Oh.
they don't want me to find
Yeah.
it here.
So that, and then I have another podcast. It's called Girls Gone Holy, and that is yeah, that is just me and 5 other women, and we get on and talk about business and faith and family, and it's more of like a
Round table.
round table,
That's
just
awesome.
organic conversation around things like that.
Yeah, very cool. I love it. Girls Gone Home.
Yeah, Girls Gone Holy. That was actually funny how it came about. Yeah, we were like, we should name it that. Okay, let's do it.
Yes, I think I'm following someone, right? That's it.
I'm following.
I love it.
So when you do the podcast, do you do it through Instagram?
You did a wonderful job.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, let's give Melissa.
Yes.
Everybody's here, including PBJ, so can we get another group photo before we
Yeah,
head out?
yes.
And real quick, while we're setting up for the group photo, can we just go around the room and give Melissa one word that describes her, or what you feel because you heard her, or what you got from her? Just one word. And if everybody can do that for Melissa today. And who wants to start?
I will. Excitement and
Oh.
encouraged, for sure.
Inspiring.
Yes.
Clarity.
Authentic.
I was gonna say authentic too.
Clarity.
Clarity.
Strength, confidence,
Yeah.
confidence builder.
Encouragement to do it. Gonna do it.
That was more than one word.
I know.
It's hard to narrow it down. You
Yeah.
just make me smile. I just love your videos. You just make me happy.
All right, 2 words. Holy Spirit led.
Joy.
And filled. Holy Spirit filled.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Spirit led.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have to say heartfelt.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I felt it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Joy.
Oh.
And we'd all like you to post your
Unique.
cell phone number so we can all
Fierce.
personally text you when we
Yeah.
On the weekend.
Yeah.
You know I can't do one word, so I'm just gonna say prophetic and profound.
Yes.
For
Yes.
sure. Prophetic and profound.
Fierce.
Powerful.
Absolutely.
Everyone said everything so fierce.
That's your tagline, prophetic, profound, powerful.
Fierce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ferocious babe.
They need that in our
You're
corner.
ferocious babe.
Ferocious babe.
I'm never gonna forget that.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
so
me either.
cute. I
It was
love
such a
it.
God thing.
And those boots. How can
Oh,
I
another
not
one.
forget the
Another one.
boots?
Classy.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah. When I saw you walking in the parking lot, I didn't know it was you, and I'm like, wow, she looks so classy. I didn't even know it was you. Yeah.
That's funny because I'm wandering around being like, where's Kim's car?